Okay everyone, in the previous video, the first one we did, we made a pointed nose cone here. Now that's great, and we can see that it's got more of a pointed shape here, but if you want to make a more smoother, more parabolic nose cone, we're going to do that next. It's actually a simpler method. So I'm going to create another part studio. I'm going to label this one first by going to rename. That's by doing a right click, and I'm going to call that sharp cone. Now to create a new part studio, come down here to the insert new tab. It's a little plus sign in the bottom left corner. You're going to come up here, create part studio. Now I'm going to rename that now so I don't get confused. You can right click there and you're going to write in smooth cone. Now, the previous video, I showed you exactly all what you need to do here. So we're going to go straight up here to the top right corner and click front. That way we're working straight off the front view. Now remember, if we're going to draw, we come up to the sketch tool up here in the top left. We click on that and we click on the front plane because that's where we're going to draw. Now we're going to get all our drawing tools. Now this one is much simpler. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to draw one line that's going to be long, straight down there. And we're going to click again, and we're going to bring that out. Remember, it doesn't matter what size we're doing because we're going to fix it. We're going to dimension it out. Now, remember, I'm working with an 84mm diameter bottle, and my radius for that is 42mm. But I want, there's going to be a 2.5mm wall on either side. So that's going to add an extra 5mm all up. So I want mine to be 44.5mm wide. Remember, height of the nose cone, we want that to be 1.5 times. I'm going to just pick 126 because that's close enough. I'm going to hit enter. And there we go. Now, in our sharp nose cone, we had to do a bit of relief down the bottom here, and I did a 10% rise there. Here, we're actually going to just be going straight from the 2 points. Now, instead of the 3-point arc up here, we're going to draw with a different tool. So I want you to come up to the 3-point arc button, go to the little down arrow here, and I want you to click on that. We have 3-point arc, tangent arc, center point arc, elliptical arc, and conic. So I'm going to select conic, okay? It's going to give us more of a smoother arc. So I'm going to click on the bottom, I'm going to click on the top. Now, as I drag it out, you can see that this is a much smoother cone. Now I can pull it all the way out of here, but that's not going to be very streamlined. We can see that it passes the diameter, the radius at the bottom. We want it to be fairly smooth. So I'm going to, you can move this around to get to the right shape that you want. I'm roughly just going to do this one. Okay, and then I'm going to click. And that has set it at 0.5. I'm just going to hit enter. And as you see, we've now got a shaded area. We're going to green tick the sketch. That's now confirmed it. Just like in the other nose cone, you're going to come up, you're going to hit the revolve tool. It's next to the extrude. You're going to click on that. This is the face that we're going to revolve around. And then we need to choose our axis, which is this one here. So you're going to click that. And as you can see, we now have a nose cone, but this one is much smoother on the top. Remember, you can make it more or less smooth depending on the angle of which you choose your parabola to be. Now I'm going to hit the green tick, and there we go. A much smoother one. Now, it's up to you whether you choose a sharp or a smooth one. Once again, it's not hollow. So we're going to go to our bottom face. We're going to go to our shell tool, And remember, we want to click on this face. That's the one we want. I've decided to go with a 2.5mm shell thickness. You might go with more, you might go with less. Depends on how much weight and how much structure you want to give it. So I'm going to hit green tick. And there we go. Now we have a hollow, smooth nose cone. I'm going to make it teal again. So I'm going to right click on my part. I'm going to edit appearance. And there we go. That's the color. Now, something I forgot to mention in the previous cone is that we can also assign a material. That's above the appearance, so you can right click on the part and you come up to here. On the none, you can go there, and if you're making it from anything in particular, you can put that material in. Like, you can choose plastic. Plastic's a bit generic, but the 3D printed nose cone is actually a form of polyester. So we can do that, and that now tells Onshape that that is plastic. So if we run any simulations on it, it knows exactly how it's going to react. That's how we're going to draw our two nose cones. You can always draw your own. You could draw a square one, a triangular one. It's all up to you and your design skills. Play around with it, and it'll be interesting to see what you can come up with. Thank you.